What up YouTube, Doomnyc here with a banlist discussion. Alright, so pretty much most of you guys should know by now the banlist and what's on it and how it's going to affect the meta. So I just want to have a little discussion about the cards and what I think about it. So first off, we're going to start off with the cards that were banned. First off, Cold Wave. This card was pretty obvious. I think everybody, would bet their house that this card was going to get banned. So, yep, it got banned. Does it help the meta? It does. The only thing was that with this getting banned, I was thinking that, they would do something else, like bring Cat back, or at least bring MST to 3. They didn't do either of those, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with back row. But yeah, Cold Wave banned. Okay, next we got Mass Driver. Definitely, I think this card should have been banned before Substitute. Just being that I would have liked to see if people would have still played like that frog deck without something to tribute. But then again, there is that monster Witch Doctor of Sparta that does the same thing as this. So I'm not really sure, but this card definitely is in a lot of different burn decks. So yeah, we had to get rid of that. And the last one, I don't really agree with this card. People saying that it owns Exceeds and all that other stuff, and it's like, you take your opponent's monster and blah blah blah. I really don't agree. It's already at 1, and most of the time when this card gets destroyed, it's not coming back, unless you monster reborn it. But other than, this card, I don't know, it's really good, but it was good at 1, so I don't agree with this going to 1, but you guys can, I don't agree with this getting banned, but you guys can comment, let me know what you think about that. Alright, now we're going to go into cards that went to 1. Okay, first, Gateway of the 6. I think pretty much everybody knew this was going to go to 1. Everybody knew 6 Samurai was going to win YCS Dallas, just on sheer numbers alone of how many people played it. It only made sense, and this card makes the deck extremely fast, so there's still lots and lots of plays and lots of combos with this at 1, but it does slow the deck down. So yeah, no more tier 0 Samurai, but this card's still good, and at 1 we'll see how it goes from there. Next card is Kalut. And I did say before in my balance prediction video that this would get limited to 2, but apparently it got limited to 1. So they decided to hurt Blackwings even more than I thought they would, which is crazy. So Kalut going to 1. I pretty much think that Blackwings are done. They can still play, but if you look at the top 16 or the top 32 from YCS Dallas, you notice that only certain people started playing Sirocco at 1. Sirocco's being played at 1 with Shura and Kalut, and Blizzard being played at 3. So with this going to 1, what happens to Blackwings? I don't know. So this went to 1. Obviously, if they put Kalut to 1, I guess they had to put this to 1, especially too with Hero Beatdown being as annoying as it is. So yeah, honest to 1, I totally agree. Especially if Kalut went to 1, you had to put this to 1, because this card's not only good in Lights 1, it's good in any light deck. So honest, definitely 1. That's a good choice. Dandelion went to 1. A lot of people complained about how this is a +1 and blah blah blah. I believe that if Debris would have went to 1, Dandelion didn't have to go to 1, but it did. So it's at 1. Is Quick Draw dead? By no means is it dead. There's always, Quick Draw revolves around the graveyard. There's always going to be a ton of cards that are going to be in the graveyard. So 1 Dandelion is still going to work, and then people are just going to figure out a way to reuse this and reuse it. So they're not going to abandon this card at all. So Dandelion to 1. And the last card, the most surprising of all in my opinion, getting hit on the ban list, was Book of Moon. Again, people are saying that it owns Exceeds. Well, yeah, it does, but at the same time, this card was essential in the meta. How has it changed the meta? I mean, we're preparing for the Xseeds, we're preparing for Dragoonides. You know, Book of Moon would have killed those cards, but now with Book of Moon going to 1, I see those cards, those decks getting lots more plays. So I don't know, we'll just see. I think one book is now going to be a staple in every deck, because some 6 Sam decks, they still didn't play this, but with it out limited to 1 now, it's like, okay, you gotta play Book of Moon because it's so good, you know, and you don't have to worry, like, should I run 2, should I run 3? Now you can only run 1. Everybody's going to be running that 1. Alright, now we go to the stuff that went to 2. First card is it's blank. That's because I don't have one. Arc Lord Christia. Christia went to 2. I agree that it should have, you know, gone to 2. I would have really liked to be able to play, because I don't have any Christias. I would have liked to play Herald, or, you know, at least the new fairy deck when it comes out, the new structure deck. So Christias will be out in that, so you can definitely get the common ones. But yeah, it's a extremely good card. You know, definitely stop special summons. It's very good. So yeah, I can't blame Konami for that. Fairies are really running it right now in Japan. Next up we got Royal Tribute. Everybody thought this would go to 1. This went to 2, and not surprising, it had to get hit. But without Recruiter in Japan isn't really abusing Gravekeepers, and you know the list comes mostly from them, so they're not abusing Gravekeepers yet. So Tribute to 2 is decent. The only thing is that some people said that running Tribute at 2 was better than 3, so in that case, forcing players to only play 2 actually makes the deck better. Just wait, as soon as Recruiter comes out in Japan, this is going to go to 1, so I'm not too worried about that. Next up, we got Debris Dragon. Debris Dragon going to 2 was a must. I mean, at least, you know, it couldn't stay at 3. 2, but a lot of people still play it at 2, so this can still get hit and go down to 1. We'll just, you know, have to wait and see. Debris Dragon, of course, is essential in a lot of different decks. Icarus Attack, I said this was going to 2, and it did go to 2. A lot of people probably didn't believe that. This card's overpowered, and it was an easy choice for Konami because Blackwings, you know, abused it, and then now Dragoonides are half dragons and half wing beast. So again, that deck's gonna abuse this card, so it was pretty obvious. And if you guys have played Dragoonides, you see the potential that they have, and with this card in the deck, it makes them very good. So definitely, I actually see Icarus Attack later on probably going to 1 if Dragoonides really take off like they should. So we just have to wait and see. Next card, Solemn Warning, went to 2, just like I said it would. This card's too good. It's too good, and it's too powerful to be able to play this at 3, you know, and pretty much lock down your opponent. If you guys, you know, read the play-by-play for the finals in YCS Dallas, like, the guy had 2 Solemn Warning set, and that's pretty much game over. This card's too overpowering, and going to 2 is good. You know, I like this card at 2. Alright, we're gonna go to the stuff now. Card Trooper, bam! Unbelievably, Card Trooper went to 2. Can you believe that? This mills 3, and it's a +1 when it's destroyed. Now you get to play 2 of them. I think this is awesome. This is great, especially for Lightsworn players. This is just great for a lot of decks that just ditch stuff in the graveyard. I like this. This is really good. Card Trooper is a plus in my opinion, so I like that. Next, we got Spirit Reaper. Reaper going to 2. If they put Reaper to 2, they should have put Marshmallow back to 2. I mean, they both don't really. If anything, Reaper has the better of the effects because he can attack directly and then you discard a card. You know, that's good stuff. Does this make zombies more playable? Absolutely not. The only thing that makes zombies more playable is Mizuki going to 2. At which point then, but I think they're building to it. They're building. First it was Goblin Zombie to 3, now it's Reaper to 2, and hopefully next ban list they say, okay, with everything that's out right now, let's just put Mizuki to 2, let's bring zombies back a little bit, because they have not gotten support in quite a long time. So Reaper to 2 is good. It's a good stall card if you're playing Final Countdown or something, but other than that, to me this doesn't really make much of a difference. Alright, Overload Fusion. It's interesting. I mean, they should have put this back up to 2 when they put Cyber Dragon to 3, just because nobody's playing, over, Chimera Tech over Dragon or any of those things, so I wouldn't really worry about it too much. I don't really see people playing this, so I don't know. And last card I went to 2, Megamorph. I'm really excited about this card. This card's really good. It's really easy. I'll explain when we go down the next set of cards. This card's so good, and with this at 2, oh man, it's like asking Konami for OTK all over again. So we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, now we're gonna go into the cards that are unlimited. Again, first card, bam, Blank Slate. This is supposed to be Ultimate Offering. I can't find any of mine, so just do that for now. Ultimate Offering. What can I say? It's good in gadgets. I mean, honestly, nobody played it at 2, and probably no one's gonna play it at 3. It doesn't really make much of a difference. I couldn't really be bothered with that card. Next, got Skill Drain. Oh, this card's awesome, and a lot of Skill Drain players, they stopped playing their decks because with running it at 2, it was too slow. But with it back at 3 now, we're gonna see a lot more Skill Drain. So Skill Drain decks are very good, and they really shut you down if you're not expecting it. So that's why Dust Tornado's gonna make a huge comeback this format. Skill Drain's gonna be really good. Next up, DeLorean. This went to 3. I honestly don't see the purpose. Mass Driver got banned. It makes no difference to me if this card's at 2 or 3. Nobody's really going to be playing it. I will include this in my Ice Barrier deck when I make it, but until then, this card doesn't really matter if it's at 2 or 3 or not. Snipe Hunter to 3. I don't even see why they went from 1 to 2. They should have just went from 1 to 3. Nobody's playing this. You can play it in Fabled. You can play it in Infernity. That's pretty much about it. I mean, you can get it out with Mystic Tomato, search for it with Sangan, but to be honest, nobody's playing this, and it's like, if you get a 1 or a 6, then it's a -1. It can be really bad. So I don't really see anybody playing this card. It didn't play it when it went to 2, and it's probably not going to get played at 3. Demise. Oh man, this is huge. Demise OTK is gonna come back so bad right now. Demise at 3, Megamorph at 2. You blow up the field, pay 2,000, equip Megamorph on this guy. This is beast. I mean, nobody's playing Demise, so I really thought that it was good. I just hope that people don't start abusing Demise OTK again, because then the first thing they're gonna do is put Megamorph right back down to 1. But I love this guy. This guy's effect is awesome. It's if you know how to play it, it's pretty easy to get him out. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna make decks we're using this guy now, so that's gonna be cool. Next up, we got Gold Sark. Does this make a difference? A lot of people complain about Gold Sark being slow. It's slow, yes, it's slow, but in certain situations, certain decks like Lights One, Twilight, decks that have really big monsters, Gold Sark was a must. And I think with this to 3, Fish OTK gets a huge boost. Fishborg doesn't get hit, Swap Frog doesn't get hit, and now they got an extra search card in Gold Sark. Not to mention Pot of Duality didn't get hit. Fish OTK just got even better. Gold Sark to 3. I like it. I would love to see how I would actually fit 3 Sarks in a deck. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the last card going to 3, Chaos Sorcerer, and everybody I think predicted this. The only problem, in my opinion, is now we're going to see a lot more Chaos decks, and this is what I hate about the ban list. Whenever we get something good from the ban list, and usually we don't get a lot of good stuff, but when we get something good like Chaos Sorcerer going to 3, if people are already planning on abusing the card, it's just gonna go back down in the next format, and I really don't want that to happen. I think this card's really good. It's really easy to just pop on a field, and having 3 of them in a deck, oh man, I can just see the Dark Armed Chaos builds right now. Just crazy. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, so that is the new ban list, the new stuff. Just make sure, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the cards, and don't forget to subscribe. And that's about it. So until next time, YouTube, peace.